Hi, this is Should I Watch It? I'm Jason Cockroft, and today I'm going to help you decide if you should watch Demolition. I'll tell you some points about the film, so you can decide for yourself, then I'll give my scores and opinions at the end. I'm afraid we're without Jack again today. He's away, so he's not been able to watch the film, and he's not been able to do the review. But he will be back for the next one, which is going to be Jungle Book. So it'll be me and Jack in that one, which is something to look forward to. So, what's it about? Well, basically, it's about a man who loses his wife in an accident right at the very beginning of the film. And we kind of just watch his life for a little while after she dies and how he reacts to the whole situation. And also how his life just sort of continues as well. And how he interacts with various characters, such as his girlfriend's parents and some new people that he meets along the way as well. And the title refers mainly to the fact that he decides that he likes destroying films. So, should I watch it? I think this is an unusual film and it's quite hard to both review and to rate. And also it is quite hard to say should I watch it or not. It's an unusual film in the sense that it doesn't fully have a story, as it were. There is a story there, but it's not so much your basic story of beginning, middle and end that I saw anyway, unless it was something that went over my head. It's very intelligent and I think it's full of metaphors, and I think a lot of metaphors I probably missed. But if you like something really intelligent, that's very well acted, obviously very well written, and a bit different and a bit out there, then this is probably for you. If you're going expecting something similar to one of Jake Gyllenhaal's other films, you're probably going to be a little bit disappointed. It's very different. There was points I did struggle with a little bit in this film. I didn't feel like it really had a full story. Other people might disagree. It was just very odd. It reminded me a little bit of maybe Donnie Darko, but in a less supernatural way, but in not at all supernatural way. Just sort of the way it sort of just plays out. So unlike anything else, it's so hard for me to think of other films to liken it to. It's very different. I know a lot of my friends that went to watch it very much liked it. I did like it. I did enjoy it. And I think it is an enjoyable experience. And the characters are very good. If you like a film with some really interesting characters, then this is for you. The main character himself is just a bit of an oddball. He's a bit socially awkward. So if you liked him maybe in Nightcrawler, he's not like the sinister side of Jake Gyllenhaal that was in Nightcrawler, but it's the social awkwardness is kind of there a little bit, but on a lesser scale. Right, on to my rating. I'm going to give this a 7. It was good. I did enjoy it. For me, it, like I said before, it did lack a bit of a story. I would have liked a bit more of a story in there, maybe. A bit more of a conclusion, a bit more of something to be working towards. I mean, I think my biggest problem with the film was that while it was very well acted and there's very good characters, I didn't feel like there was really a revelation at the end or an ending. I found a lot of the film just to be kind of stuff happening. Although that's probably some really clever metaphorical way of describing his sort of dejected feelings, because he wasn't a very emotional character and he obviously struggles with his emotions. But to me, I just couldn't read some of it. I mean, the first thing I thought when I came out of the cinema, and the first thing I said was, I don't know if this film was too intelligent for me or if there just wasn't very much to get. But overall, I don't think I fully got the film. It's not a particularly emotional film. I think it might stir up emotions within you. It did a bit with me as well. But it's not done in that. It's not a depressing film at all. Despite the fact it's about him losing his wife, it's not a depressing film. So don't be turned away because you might think of that. It's kind of like an emotionally detached film in a way. Like, you expect a film about a man's reaction to his wife dying to be a very emotional and maybe possibly very sad and depressing sort of film. Whereas this wasn't. It was more, for me, I found the majority of the film, I was just trying to figure out what he was feeling. Because it's not immediately obvious. Like I said, unless I was missing something, which is quite possible. But on the positive side, I did like the fact that it wasn't done in a depressing way. I feel like it definitely could have gone down that route quite easily. And I think it was quite nice that they didn't go down that route. The setting, it was all quite most of the time it was very bright. There was very few sort of dark colours and greys and sort of upsetting things. It was done in quite a positive way. And also, something I completely forgot to mention before, the humour. There is quite some funny bits in it. I made me laugh quite a few times, and I think that's another reason why I quite enjoyed it, because there's quite a lot of humour in this, and it is quite funny. It's not the sort of film I'd normally watch, and I found myself a little bit out of my comfort zone, probably. But overall, I think it was a good film, and maybe worth a go. I don't necessarily think it was a cinema trip. I think a DVD or a rental stream or something like that is fine for this film. Right, guys, please comment, subscribe. I'd like to know what you think of the film as well if you've seen it, especially since I've struggled so much to rate it as well. I'd quite like some comments in there to let me know what you thought about it. But yeah, comments of any kind. Please like the video, of course, because that helps us. And subscribe. We do need some more subscribers, so subscribing would be a great help to us.